What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about AMC and GME today. We're going to compare the two, and we're going to go over each chart individually, and then we'll throw the charts together and just see if we can come to a similar conclusion, as we hopefully will with the charts individually. If that doesn't make sense, just stay tuned. We're going to talk about AMC and GME. That's all you need to know. We're doing this at the request of Proofs ND Bourbon. We're doing this for you, my friend, and hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more, and let's go over it. So looking at AMC here, looking at it on a monthly chart, it looks desolate. It looks abysmal. It looks very sad. To be completely fair, you do actually have some form of like bullish divergence. But I don't know if I would call it that. But you could move up. I'm still expecting, you're at 486. I still do expect you could move up to $10, $11, maybe even as high as $35. Maybe, but I'm not holding out for that. Truthfully, I think you're inevitably going to go lower, right? I don't know if you have a pop. It's not going to be anything like this. I just want to get that out there, right? For anybody who's looking to buy into AMC and invest down here, you're not going to get a move like this. You're not going to get a move that's even half as big as this, right? You got a small attempt right here, right? It got gobbled up instantly with the most volume you've ever seen to the downside. So don't be expecting this, right? If you're expecting this, you're in the wrong stock. Weekly RSI looking like it wants to move up, bullish. Definitely looking bullish. You do have hidden bearish divergence with higher highs here and lower highs in your price. That's actually not a good thing. Hopefully you do continue to move higher relatively immediately. If not, you actually might be going down. Oh, and you rejected your 618. That's not a good look there. It's actually not a good look. Oh, that's not a good look at all, actually. Yeah, I think you moved down a little bit from here. Okay. And that's okay, whatever. How far do you go is the question, right? You're at 486. I think you at least would move down, man, at least to 468. But truthfully, just with everything going on, I would think you actually move lower than this low down here at $4.02. I think you would. I bet you go down to about 340. Yeah, AMC looks bad, guys. Looks like it wants to go down. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I think it wants to go down. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go over GME. GME also actually looking a little better on the monthly RSI. Not as good on the weekly, that's okay. Better on the daily. So from a monthly perspective, again, same thing with AMC. Don't expect this, right? That was a one-off thing. It's never going to happen again. You're more likely, in fact, to get those kind of moves to the downside than you are to the upside. Because everybody in the world, everybody who thinks they're smart, they're waiting on this move now because they've seen it. But the real smart people got into the move before it happened, before anybody could see it. Now that everybody's seen it, it's not going to happen again. You had a taste, got sold into, right? A little tease reminiscent of last cycle, and then you got sold into, and you haven't seen anything like it since. So don't expect that you're going to see any kind of move like this. If you're expecting you're going to see any kind of move like this, you're in the wrong stock. This is not the one. But from a high to a low, pulled up to your golden ratio, the 61869. The fact that you went below the 382 is not encouraging, but you are holding the 236, so I suppose that's fine. You do have higher lows, I suppose that's fine. We look at the low to high here. Pulled back to this golden ratio and held support there. Nice. Finding resistance off the 382. That's not ideal, but it's not terrible either. It doesn't mean you're dead. So what you want to see is one thing or the other. And if it's neither of these things, it means you're going to go down. The one thing that you want to see is holding support at 2540. That's your 0.5 level. Whenever you find support off of your 618 level and you move up to your 382 level, you look to find support off the 0.5 and continue moving higher, okay? If you can't do that, then you hope to find support at your 618, okay? So if you can't find support at 25.40, next zone would be $20.36. And if you can't do that, then likely what that means is you're going lower. And probably not just lower than these lows, but likely lower than this low. So you really want to hold $20.36, okay? You really want to hold that, but before you even get down there, hopefully you hold 25.40, okay? Or something around there. It doesn't have to be exactly those numbers, but something around them, right? And what you want to do more than anything is get above $31.70. You get above there, and I'm convinced that this is your low and that you are actually progressing higher, probably, right? Higher than this high, higher than $65. But until then, we don't know. Until then, we're in this kind of assumption, I think, that you would actually just continue to bleed down slowly. So let's see how you do. You're at 27.44, probably moving down to 25.40. If you don't hold there, you're going to go down to about $20, and hopefully you hold there and you move up. That fire alarm, man, it's going off again. I don't know why, man. I really don't know why. But I'm going to finish this video. We're going to compare AMC to GME here real quick and then finish it up. So AMC, GME. I'm sorry for the fire alarm. I'm sure it's very distracting. I've had it in another video, actually, because I think there are high school kids pulling. It only happens whenever school's out of session, whenever it's like nighttime. So either people are smoking crack in the hallways or the what's it called, the stairwells, which could be a thing, or maybe some kids are just having fun, because it happens every day at like the same time, man. I don't know. Maybe someone's just really bad at cooking. But AMC versus GME. Wow, that got turned off rather immediately. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, like, is the fire department still here? There's no way that they're the only ones that can turn that off. Anyways, guys, sorry. It's really distracting. 17.7 AMCs per or GMEs per AMC, right? So 0.177 GMEs per AMC. Does that make sense? Let me see. Or no, it would be AMC. Each AMC is worth that many GMEs. Does that make sense? Yeah, because AMC is worth 4, so one of these in proportion to 2744 is 17.7%, okay? Anyways, this chart, it looks exactly like what we were expecting, right? I was saying GME and AMC are looking like they want to move down, but AMC absolutely looks like it wants to move down more. And, you know, nothing here that we didn't already expect, which is that AMC will likely just obliterate itself versus GME forever. You don't move down in a straight line. It's not just a completely straight line. There is volatility, and you probably are due for some kind of bounce where you'll see AMC gain value versus GME. It probably comes back up to this like 1 GME just below what 1 GME is worth, right? GME is worth 27.44 right now. I mean, all the way up at 30. The only way I could see AMC, GME, that I could see this chart doing something like this, which to me, just eyeballing it, it would make sense that you kind of come around here, which is around 1 GME in price. If GME is at 27 bucks now, first off, AMC is at 486. I don't see GME going all the way down to 486. So if GME dropped that much, that's how this chart would move up to here. But that's not what I think is going to happen. More likely, I think AMC would move up. It'll have some kind of last hoorah. Being that GME is at 27 bucks, that would be right here. But in a price perspective, that doesn't make sense to just stop there. To me, that doesn't make sense. So I would think you do press a little higher. Maybe when GME is worth 36 bucks, 35 bucks, that's when AMC will be worth 35 bucks. That'll be when this gets this little run here, and then forever it will die off versus GME, right? Maybe and probably in time you will see this thing gain value versus GME, right? Just like it did here for 2 weeks, but then it'll spend the rest of its time dying off. So I guess with this chart, as long as you're willing to accept that AMC could lose more in the short term versus GME, in time it probably will outperform GME. But once you see this happen, once you see that happen, that's when it's time to sell your AMC and probably move it into GME, or just put it in a real stock. Put it in something that is real, right? Besides AM, you're gonna do stuff like this, just put it in like a meme coin or something. I don't know. But that's all I got, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Sorry about the fire alarm. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.